There's 7 specific YouTubers who perfectly represents these 7 deadly sins: pride, greed, sloth, lust, envy, wrath, gluttony. And we're going to start off with the impeccable sin of pride. Pride is seen as an excessive estimation of one's abilities and status. It is also the failure to recognize the value of others. After seeing a bunch of her fellow creators produce their successful products such as Feastables and Prime, Pokimane started her own snack company called Mina. She launched cookies under the name Midnight Minis, which she called the perfect healthy snack. The cookies were priced at $28 per 4 packs. This in itself wouldn't be so controversial since a lot of premium cookies have these sort of prices as well. However, the uproar ensued when people started noticing the similarities between Mina's Midnight Minis and Toti's Midnight Cookies. Not only do they have similar names and packages, but they also share the same exact ingredients, the only difference being an insignificant amount of vitamin D in Pokimane's Midnight Minis. Despite this, she charged way more money than Toti's Midnight Cookies. Fans started complaining about the outrageous prices over the internet. On November 18th, 2023, Pokimane addressed these complaints not by justifying or lowering the cost, but by calling her fans broke. This statement made her the target of harsh criticism. And why wouldn't it? Calling your target customers broke isn't a good business decision for any prospective seller, but this especially applies to a content creator. The people Pokimane called broke are the very people who made her wealthy. Pokimane was made by her audience, yet she had the audacity to flaunt her status as if she were the sole creator of her wealth. Pokimane's sin was displayed due to her desire for financial gain, which also applies to the next YouTuber who represents the sin of greed, FaZe Kay. Greed is defined as the excessive desire for material possessions and wealth. Individuals who commit the sin of greed often suffer from a psychological obsession leading to an insatiable desire for more. The internet superstar FaZe Kay is the personification of greed. Despite having an estimated net worth of over $9 million, Kay's desire for wealth goes unsatiated. Throughout his career, Kay has resorted to numerous scams and rug pulls, trading the trust of his fans and followers for money that he doesn't even need. The biggest of his schemes was when he promoted a charity crypto token called Save the Kids. As you might have guessed, the goal of this project had nothing to do with saving any kids, and instead was to add more to the growing pile of wealth of the ambassadors of this project, mainly FaZe Kay. Before the launch date, Kay posted a herd of tweets to hype the project, saying that they would donate $1 million to charity. This obviously never happened. The price skyrocketed due to the hype, but when launch day arrived, it fell 50% within 2 hours and eventually tanked to zero. It was later found that the project failed because Kay, along with his fellow so-called influencers, immediately sold all the tokens they owned, causing its market to collapse. When confronted, Kay denied all responsibility. As such, he managed to scam his viewers in the name of kids and got away with it scathe-free. From one successful creator to the next, Azzyland exemplifies the sin of sloth. The sin of sloth is the sin of omission, a lack of motivation and failure to innovate. This sin in particular is the most difficult one to attribute, as every successful YouTuber has worked somewhat hard to achieve success. However, there are some YouTubers who prioritize pumping out lazy content in mass quantities over creating quality content that adds value. The popular reaction channel Azzyland is the perfect example of this. Her content consists of her watching one clip after another whilst adding little to no commentary over it. This type of reaction content is widely considered to be the laziest kind of content, as it requires almost no effort, especially for large creators like Azzyland, who don't even edit their videos. All she does is watch the clips sent to her, say,
"What? Oh, whoa. Oh, baby girl."
Send the videos to her editor, choose a title and thumbnail suggested by her team, and post. No effort required. Sometimes she can't even be bothered to talk, so she just makes weird facial expressions to get over with it. However, it's worth noting that although her content is bad, Azzyland herself is a kind and respectful human being. Over her 9-year-long career, she hasn't been part of any major controversies, which cannot be said for the next YouTuber who represents the sin of lust, Colleen Ballinger. The sin of lust is viewed as the inordinate craving for sexual pleasures, particularly when it results in sexual misconduct. Colleen Ballinger was an immensely popular channel that amassed over 10 million subscribers. However, it all turned south when fans discovered that she was a pedophile. In June of 2023, Adam McIntyre posted a video titled My Relationship with Colleen Ballinger, where Adam came forward with information that she was grooming him. Adam also revealed a group chat where Colleen regularly interacted with him and other fans of hers, most of whom were minors. Fans dug around and found plenty of cases where Colleen had interacted inappropriately with young fans, including a time when she told a young fan of hers to reach into her pants. To address this controversy, Colleen would post an apology video where she didn't apologize and instead denied everything while she was singing a song. This video is widely regarded as the worst apology video ever, which is honestly impressive considering the kind of apology videos that have graced the face of YouTube. While this situation was certainly repulsive, we cannot deny that Colleen Ballinger is a charismatic and entertaining individual. She achieved her success by being herself, which is something that doesn't apply to the next YouTuber who is the pinnacle of the sin of envy, Morgs. The sin of envy is the sin of jealousy. It is the desire to have the possessions of others. However, the most extreme form of this sin isn't just wanting to have something that someone else has, but wanting to become that person. Morgs is the incarnation of the deadly sin of envy in flesh, as he has literally built his entire career by trying to become others. At first, it was only the concept, but as time went on, he started to create exact replicas of other creators' titles and thumbnails, steal the title, steal the thumbnail, record an extremely cringy video, and bam, video done. He continues to copy Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and numerous sports channels, and isn't afraid of using the names of other people for views. As alluded to earlier, what differentiates him from the other copycats of YouTube is that not only does he copy videos, he copies personalities. The persona he displays in his videos was crafted by copying the personas of other creators, but he seems to have taken the worst aspects of all the creators he copied. He has managed to create a personality that is universally hated and viewed as intolerably annoying. Yet it is his over-the-top personality that propelled him into stardom in the first place, just like the next YouTuber who symbolizes the sin of wrath, IshowSpeed. The sin of wrath is defined as uncontrollable feelings of anger and hatred, specifically when it is unwarranted. The famous YouTuber and streamer IshowSpeed perfectly exemplifies this sin. In fact, he is too perfect for this sin. IshowSpeed is practically known for his outrageous displays of rage at the smallest things. Video clips, children's games, you name it. Screaming, shouting, and raging is all he does. His rage causes damage to his equipment, himself, and his reputation. Most of the time, the damage is repairable, but sometimes it goes too far. On August 16th, 2023, IshowSpeed was doing a live stream, playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Everything was normal until he was jump scared. IshowSpeed then proceeded to stand up and scream about thrusting it in. One thing led to another, and he ended up exposing his meat. Yes, this actually happened. This incident prompted parody jokes where people started referring to him as IshowMeat. Wrath inevitably destroyed IshowSpeed's reputation due to his aggressiveness when dealing with even mundane situations and his influence over his primary young audience. A wide array of people say that he ruined a generation of kids. Some people even speculate that he has underlying mental health issues. But while IshowSpeed's actions can be forgiven, the same might not be true for the next YouTuber who represents the sin of gluttony, Soyoung. The sin of gluttony is the overconsumption of any substance to the point of waste. Soyoung is a South Korean content creator who makes mukbang content. Nearly any mukbanger could qualify for this sin, but there is something that sets Soyoung apart from the rest. Soyoung doesn't merely represent the sin of gluttony, she represents the uncanon 8th sin of cruelty. No content in the history of YouTube can even hope of contending with the absolute horror and disgust that can be induced by her videos. Indeed, words can't begin to describe how abhorrent her actions are. Every single video of hers contains some form of animal torture, whether it be eating octopuses alive, putting salts on eels, which is equivalent to putting acid on humans, or ripping live prawns in 2 parts before eating them. Probably due to realizing that her actions were appalling or due to severe criticisms, Soyoung has quit torturing animals on screen. But is she forgivable? Let us know in the comments down below. below. If you made it this far and enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more quality content.